Yo, 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 yo. What's happening? What's happening? Good morning on this beautiful Monday morning. You know what I mean? Now, shout out to the whole Falcon squad, you know what I mean? As a whole, because y'all really played all 4 quarters. Straight up, y'all know what y'all on? This is the recap, NoCap, all day. Recap, NoCap show. Recapping Week 3. Atlanta versus Seattle. In Seattle. Falcons versus the Seahawks. In the bird's nest. With the 12th man up there. You know, loud as hell. It was, man, bro. You know, you got that surround sound on your TV or whatever, or you got your earbuds in it. Boy, it was loud as hell. It was really loud as hell out there, man. You know what I'm saying? So, you see how them boys came out, man. You know, shit, really, you know, the first of all, I'm always a fan of you know, if I win the toss, I'm always a fan of kicking it. I don't want to receive it. I take it in half. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, even to see them boys, how they showed up on defense, you know, came out there and made a statement. My boy Terrell, AJ Terrell showed up, you know what I'm saying? He did pretty good. He had a couple of plays where, you know, he could have showed out a little more, but what matters is that boy showed up when he was supposed to, and he did that, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, you can see how, you know, he stood up and they kept going at him, you know what I'm saying? When Seattle got the ball first and shit, you know, ultimately they settled for 3 points. We'll take that, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, my boy, you know, first and 10, you know, straight up, boy, Kyle Pitts out the muscle, man, got that thing going, you know what I'm saying? I give Marcus Mariota some credit, man. He had some patience out there, man, you know what I'm saying? My boy London Drake showed up, you know, everybody showed up, bro. It was like a tight end fest out there, you know what I'm saying, with my boy goddamn Kyle Pitts, man, and that's what you want to see. You want to see those screens made up for him. You want to see those screens made up out there, man. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, you know, you get my boy Mariota go for the first touchdown, man. You know what I'm saying? Boom. 7-3, first quarter. You know what? First series or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Seattle get the ball biting, man, you know. Honestly, I knew where they were gonna go. I thought they were gonna do what the Saints did, you know what I'm saying? Try to exploit the defense through the run game. You know what I'm saying? I was expecting for old Geno Smith to scramble. You know, because I thought that was his MO, you know, which shit, he proved to be a way better pinpoint passer, you know what I'm saying? In which that's how they responded and shit. One upset, you know, it was a great game. It stayed close, but what they forgot is, you know, as soon as they turned that ball over, we got it on you know, first and 10 on our side, you know what I'm saying? Once we got the kickoff shits and kids out there, he's still doing his thing. Then you got Kyle Pitts showing up again. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, bro, listen, man. There's nothing you can say. I will say, we was trying to establish that run game, boy, like a motherfucker, boy. But one thing I will say, Seattle was out there hitting. I'm talking about, boy, that first quarter, going into the second, boy, they were hitting. We had to settle for them 3 points. That boy, hey, cool. Boy, I like him, boy. Young way cool. That boy, young hoe. Hey, all day. You know what I'm saying? I also like I said, I like the defense, man. You know, that boy Frank's showed up, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, all in all, man. London Drake, he gonna be a problem. Everybody was expecting for us to, you know, oh well, I think they had us picked to win this game, if I'm not mistaken. You know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, honestly, like I say, man, it's a few plays that could have gave us 3-0, and it's a few plays that could have had us 0-3. You know what I'm saying? The good thing is, we on the West Coast, and we split how we did, you know, we'll take that. And them boys actually played out 4 quarters. Now, you know, you guys, the kids again showing up, man, you know. Again, my boy going up top. You got Kyle Pitts again in the middle, man, doing what he got to do, making it solidified, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, you create plays for that type of shit, you know what I'm saying? And then when you do that, you release Cordero Patterson, you know what I'm saying, for that goddamn running and touchdown, you know what I'm saying? And then, hey, when he get going, he run downhill. So, well, ain't nobody stopping him, man, you know what I'm saying? You got your guys back out there on offense doing everything, you know what I'm saying, complete passes and shit like that. Geno Smith actually had a good fucking game this week. He had a great game this week, you know what I'm saying? It was a real dog fight, but I figured that sun had a lot to do with the shit that was going on out there, man. You know, the early first 2 quarters, you know what I'm saying? After the sun went down, heroes eventually die. Horoscopes often lie. Sometimes why? Nothing is for sure. Nothing is for certain. Nothing lasts forever. But until they close the curtain. This is what we go with. Falcons, you know what I'm saying? They gonna fly, man. They gonna fly. Anyway. But that's where I had a good game, man. It was just some plays that were just inevitable, man. You know, you couldn't stop it. Geno Smith was out there. He did what he needed to do. He responded. You know what I'm saying? They responded, rather. But then again, you know, once that kickoff, we get that thing back, we're gonna respond again with who? Kyle Pitts. Straight up. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna exploit that shit. We're gonna get out there and do what we need to do. You know what I'm saying? But hell, you know, when them all during every series, you know, hell, you be lucky if you get a streak to where you score every time you touch that ball. You know, you might have to settle for 3 or you might have to goddamn settle for a good punt. It is what it is, but you're gonna have to do what you gotta do. You know, at this point, you know, 17 up, everything tied, second quarter going into the half, shit, bro. Defense showed up. You want them to settle for 3. You don't want them to get 6 points. You know what I'm saying? 7 points ultimately with the field goal. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, at this point, you know, after the half is the real tell of the game. You know what I'm saying? Because regardless of what's going on in the first and the second quarter, especially if it's a home game, shit, them boys going to be out there, you know, turned all the way the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, you want to be able to, you know, do what you need to do in those situations. So make them settle for 3. So you go in half, especially when you get the ball back, because you kicked it, you know, during the beginning of the game. You know what I'm saying? Now, granted, when that happened, before the half, Mariota threw a pick. Now, that's coaching. Again, Arthur Smith made it clear that, you know, that was him being greedy. That wasn't nothing he was supposed to do. You know, you take that shit to the locker room and get ready for the next half. That's what you do. You know, I like Algier, man. Algier grinds it out, man. He really does, man. You know, when it's time for my boy Cordero to get some rest, man, Algier gonna do what he gotta do, man, to get out there and make it happen. But when that boy Cordero get moving, man, it's over, man. It's over. Patterson going down the goddamn field every time. That's what he trying. He trying to grind out 5 to 10 yards. He averaged 5 to 10 yards a carry. You know what I'm saying? There was a lot of little fluke-ass mistakes and shit that was made out there, man, you know, yesterday on that field, man. I felt like we could have done a better job, but you know what I'm saying? We had to settle for 3 points again on another series and tie it up. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, but, again, that's a great goddamn game. You know, because we come back on the next series, and if I'm not mistaken, I think they had to punt. But, you know, I got to check them notes. Well, you know, let me check my notes now. Oh, okay, yeah. Seattle Seahawks, like I say, they tried to exploit the middle of the field, you know, in which they did a good job completing passes through the middle of the field. You know what I'm saying? Even though you had that nice little run by that boy, they caught that thing, man, and zipped up and shit, and got a good, I think he was number 9, got about 10 to 15 yards off that play, you know, off a nice little run play. You know what I'm saying? But you got Terrell out there covering, making it do what it do, and making them settle for 3 goddamn points. That's good defense. DPs. Now, one thing I will say, I didn't see no whole lot of pressure, but what I seen was them holding it down and keeping it consistent and, you know, keeping it steady out there. And again, as soon as we get that ball back, you know what I'm saying, third quarter, man, shit, with my boy Cordero, he going down the field again. Like I said, he run with a purpose, man. You know, that boy got wheels for real. But when it's like that, like I say, it's third quarter, everybody tied, and now it's even. You know what I'm saying? You'll see a game, then you're going to see the resiliency. You know, you got them boys going down there, do what they need to do. Cordero Patterson get it on the field. Now you got Drake London going in that thing. Touchdown. London Drake, I'm sorry. Touchdown. You know what I'm saying? But that's the mentality. You want to be able to, as soon as you touch that ball, you want to, I'm going for that goal. I'm going for the touchdown. And if I'm, you know, that's first. And then I go for the field goal. But now I'm starting to see the team come alive, and they're starting to come to trend together, play together. Whereas Mariota, you know, they little set down fumble, I think that was just the ball, fluke of the ball. Let it happen, because that was the only time he was irresponsible with the football. And that pick. But, again, come on, man. Go in the locker room. That's another teachable moment. Now, granted, it was a few plays that could have cost us this game. They could have gave up in the fourth, but they didn't. You know what I'm saying? We kept it going. So, goddamn, we down, turned the ball over. But, boy, we get out there on defense, handle business. Geno Smith out there slanging. He a gunslinger. He out there making it do what it do. Completions after completions, you know what I'm saying? But hell, it don't mean nothing if you can't put 7 points on it, you know what I'm saying? Try for that little 30-yard pass to Lockett. Lockett, boy, he balled out yesterday. Man, you got to take your hat off to him. He balled out yesterday. All of them balled out yesterday. But, again, you got to play all 4 quarters. It's all about finishing. And this was the biggest test for us as Falcons, you know what I'm saying, to finish. And when I'm talking about that Falcons, like I play for them or something like that. But, as a fan, it's all about finishing because that's what we always preach. And then you got my boy with the pick. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the game, number 27 showed his ass, man, with that pick. That's what I'm talking about. And then you go ahead on and down and make them. Ain't no more goddamn timeouts, man. Grind it out. Get them first downs and make them call a timeout every time we're going to take that kneel. You know what I'm saying? One thing about it, it's all good. I take the win. They grinded it out, man. Showed the resiliency during the game, man. You know what I'm saying? Even after the game, it's all about the poise, being poised out there. You know what I'm saying? And holding it down and understanding your assignment and not, creating opportunities for them to answer in the way that you don't want them to answer. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, man, honestly, if you ask me, I honestly think we're a better team than what people was thinking we were. You know what I'm saying? I honestly do believe it. We're a better team, way better team than what they think. So, honestly, I think we're going to do a little better than what everybody thought. Honestly, shit, really, I'm going to speak it into existence. I see a playoff run because I don't see Cleveland beating us at home. That ain't happening. You know what I'm saying? So, we coming home with a win, high off that win, and we're going to turn the goddamn city up. You know what I'm saying? One time for the Rise Up Recap NoCap Show. You know what I'm saying? Done by your boy Big Keef. You understand what I'm saying? Once again, that was the recap from the Atlanta Falcons versus the Seattle Seahawks game, Week 3. You know what I'm saying? Beautiful Monday morning, the day after. That's what I like. You know what I'm saying? Now, around the league, we had the poster boy Tom Brady lose down there in Tampa, which, if you ask me, I like both of them, really, man. And the send-up that they gave Tom, I respect that send-up that they gave Tom when everybody thought he was going to retire. Then you take your hat off to a guy like that because, shit, he came to win every time. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, it just shook out that way. But Aaron Rodgers, he always played like he had a chip on his shoulder. He had something to prove. So, he showed it yesterday. It was a great game. Damn good game. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, I seen them boys lose yesterday, and I seen the Saints lose yesterday. You know what I mean? So, hey, Carolina showed something that shit we knew was possible. We knew it was the goddamn old Baker come off them commercials he been doing this shit and start taking football serious. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, he did what he was supposed to do. I seen the Colts grind out a win against Kansas City. I don't know how the hell that happened. But, okay, whatever. So, at the end of the day, y'all understand what y'all got in Matt. Matt's a good player, you know what I'm saying? But to me, he isn't consistent enough, you know what I'm saying? But once he gets the system down packed, and I guess he learns everything he needs to learn, shit, he's going to take off from there. But, other teams I know that I want to watch, that I am watching for rather, you know what I'm saying? And, Miami, man, Miami on fire, you know what I'm saying? Miami beat Philly. They on fire, you know what I'm saying? Baltimore, they doing what they gotta do. You know what I'm saying? Minnesota, they doing what they gotta do. There's some games out there, man. The Rams, boy, shit. They was doing what they gotta do. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, you know, again, man, it was just a little football talk, man. You know what I'm saying? Like and subscribe, you know what I mean? Drop a comment down there, man. Hit that like button, man, and subscribe, man. And like I say, this has been the Rise Up Recap NoCap Show. You know what I'm saying? Post game. And in this case, post game. Atlanta versus the Seahawks. Victory Mondays. Sure.